So Bali has always been a dream destination for digital nomads and travelers alike. We've actually been here many times. It has changed a lot throughout the years. So we're going to let you know things you should know before visiting Bali in 2025. All right, let's talk about visa and customs. It's kind of been the same throughout the years we've been. We always gotten visa on arrival. Being Australian citizens, you can do that. It's just depending on your passport. I know they have a new e-visa online, and some people said it's easier because you kind of apply prior and then you can just, I think it's a code of some sort. It's 2 different lines, but we've honestly never had a problem with just getting it on the spot, and the line's never been really crazy. So we just tend to do that. But if you do want to like save time or just in case, or if you're traveling, I guess in a big group, the e-visa is probably going to be better for you. Yeah. Another thing you have to do is the customs declaration QR code. You can look it up on Google. Just make sure it's the official one. You have to fill in basically a customs declaration, and it's a QR code. It's just one per family or group of travelers, and they scan it after customs before you head out. So make sure you do that. There is another one you have to do as well, right?
That's the health code.
Yeah, so with that one, we've done it a couple of times, but they've never checked. I think they did it maybe once actually during COVID, or just after COVID. You can just do it just in case, especially if you're traveling in a big group, but we didn't do it this time and nobody checked. So that's that one. That's visa. All right, the next thing you need to be aware of is rainy season. Obviously, people come to Bali for the sun, for the beach, for the surf. Rainy season really affects the way you can sort of do those activities. And when it rains, it bloody rains. We've actually never been to Bali during rainy season. It's between December to February.
October to February. It start from October, but it gets worse and like more rainfall in December.
Yeah, because we got here in late November and we still had a few nice days, but as it got to December, it just was like every day you will get some heavy rain. Today's actually been surprisingly amazing, but in the past few days it was like crazy torrential rain. So if you're planning to come to Bali to take advantage of the beach activities, to go snorkeling, it's probably not the best time. To avoid those periods if you can.
And we actually encounter a lot more blackouts this time when we're here, and we checked with our host, and he say it's because of the rain. Causes a lot of problems. So if you want to have a smooth holiday, especially if you're just having a short period here, just try and stay during dry season. It's much nicer. Bali's roads can be chaotic these days, whether it's during peak tourist season or not. Renting a scooter can be a convenient way to get around, but most importantly, you need to be comfortable riding a scooter. However, even with a scooter, some areas could be rather chaotic, and we just recommend you allowing plenty of time when traveling from A to B. So you've heard about Bali traffic, and it's a real thing. You know, when people say, oh, it's bad traffic, it is horrible here. Absolutely ridiculous. I think like out of all the places we've been to this year, Bangkok is the number 1 in terms of traffic. Bali's number 2. Now, considering the population and the size of the island, that is actually crazy ranking to be number 2. The roads are really narrow. And you got plenty of cars, motorbike, pedestrian, like it's just insane. Whatever you see on Google Maps from A to B, I recommend maybe doubling that. Especially during rainy season or during peak hours. And especially if you travel by car.
Because as I said, the roads are so narrow, you actually can't like change lanes to avoid the traffic. So keep in mind of that. Yes, thank you. Oh, that looks so nice. Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
We just got our food.
Look at that. Check it out.
That looks
Fish
so
curry.
nice.
It's amazing.
What's yours?
Got the nasi kuning, which is
Balinese specialty.
Balinese,
Just a mixture of
yellow
a
rice,
tasting platter.
Yep.
tasting platter. Now, because Bali traffic is so insane, it is best to choose the area you want to stay wisely. So think about the activities you want to do and what you want for your holiday. If you're thinking about surfing and just wanting to be like staying at a really cool resort and just chill the whole time, maybe Uluwatu is a good idea. If you're thinking about mountains and spiritual activities, staying near Ubud. And if you just want to like, you know, party, amazing cafes and restaurants, Seminyak is a good area. Or there are other areas of Bali as well. In Sanur, where we are, it's much quieter, family friendly, very chill, like kind of vibe. So I wouldn't, recommend like say staying in Seminyak, but all you want to do is go to, you know, the waterfalls and the rice fields in Ubud, because the traffic alone and the traveling, it's just going to take away all your holiday time. So think about that, because no jokes, the traffic is insane.
Yeah, and I think that will lead to our next thing that you need to know is the transportation.
Yes, transportation. As we mentioned, you can travel by motorbike, you can travel by Grab or GoJet, which is kind of like Uber of Bali, or you can get a private driver.
So while we're here this time, we had a bit of both. We have our own private driver that take us to like long distance, or sometimes we need to be out for the whole day. So private cars will be best option.
More comfortable.
Yeah. For the normal day-to-day, we have a bike, so we just can zoom around easily.
So these are the prices for the dishes. But if you look over this way, or like sometimes at the very bottom of the menu, it will always tell you their taxes. So the government tax, and then there's the service charge. Service charge varies between restaurant to restaurant, so you can expect between 16 to this one's 21. But I've seen like as high as like 22, 23. So it just depends. But yeah. All right, the next bit is payments and I guess just cash options.
Yeah.
We've actually never needed that much cash in Bali compared to other Southeast Asia countries we've been to. Paying by card is widely acceptable. All the grocery stores, all the restaurants, massage places. Yeah, it's super easy. They use Apple Pay, so like I just been tapping it on my phone quite a bit.
Yeah, just be mindful. Some places will have a 3% surcharge for the credit card.
I think we encountered maybe like 1 or 2 places. Like my yoga barn had a 3% surcharge, and then there was some other place. But otherwise, like paying by card is super easy. So you don't have to carry a large amount of cash on you, it makes me feel better. But if you do need cash, and you probably should have some anyway, few things to be aware of when you're exchanging cash in Bali. As soon as you land in Bali, you're going to see lots of cash exchange places. They're not your best options because the rates are generally quite bad.
Yeah.
Like we said, you don't really need cash immediately in Bali, so maybe just hold off until you arrive in your destination. Just be mindful that there are many authorized money exchanges in Bali, right?
In fact, I think most of them are authorized.
Yeah, they all say they're authorized.
Yeah.
But so how do you avoid getting scammed at money exchanges? First thing you need to look for is the exchange rate. So there are the official exchange rate, and some of the actual proper money exchanges will have all the same rate. The smaller scammy ones tend to have a much higher rate to lure you to exchange there. That's how they sort of get you. Another thing to look for is they're generally part of some sort of shop. They're either part of like a clothing store, a laundry, a massage place, a grocery store. Some of them will have a standalone booth, but it's always in like an alleyway or somewhere a little bit dodgy looking. So just keep that in mind. If it looks a little bit sus, just, don't go for it. Even the exchange rate's a little bit better, because most likely they'll scam you and one way or another to get that exchange rate back.
Always count your cash carefully before you leave the vendor.
Yes. So a lot of them will count in front of you, and then I would do it and just count it again. The one that we go to, the way he counts, he tends to It's just the approach. He like quite like he's not touching it as much because that's how they sort of like get you. I don't know how they do it. They will like shove it up their sleeve or like somehow hide it or whatever. But he's just like really kind of like careful at how he's handling the money. We'll list a couple of them as well that we've been to that are really good. They're just bigger brands, so you're aware, okay, if you see those brands, they're legitimate. Okay, so we hope this list of things you should know before visiting Bali in 2025 is helpful to you. This is all just through our personal experience and the times we spend in Bali and how things have changed throughout the years. Bali is still worth visiting, but you just need to prepare yourself before coming over. All right, we're going to eat.
Yep.
So food is smelling so good.
And I'm so hungry.
Bye.